Have you ever believed that the vitamins you take every morning are your shield protecting your health and keeping you strong? Every day, you put your trust in them, thinking that as long as you take them regularly, your heart will stay steady, your bones will stay firm, and your memory will stay sharp. But what if that very golden trio magnesium, vitamin D3 and K2 is silently working against you? What if every pill you take with hope is actually causing calcium to build up in the wrong places, hardening your arteries, weighing down your legs, aching your joints, and slowly making your mind sluggish and unclear? You won't notice it right away. It happens quietly, almost invisibly, until one day your heart skips a beat, your nights grow longer and restless. Your bones ache when you stand, and you tell yourself, it's just age catching up. But no, it's not aging, it's an imbalance no one ever warned you about. Why is it so easy to overlook? Because every label looks perfect. Every test seems normal. Your doctor says everything is fine, and you believe you're doing the right thing. But the truth is, too much vitamin D3 without K2 drives calcium into your arteries instead of your bones. And without enough magnesium, D3 can't even do its job. You think you're protecting your body, but in reality, each passing day it's getting weaker. All because of one small mistake no one talks about. In this video, we'll uncover 6 common mistakes seniors over 60 make with this supplement trio, and more importantly, how to fix them to restore your steady heartbeat, deeper sleep, sharper mind, and stronger bones. The first mistake may seem small, but it's actually the very reason everything you've been trying isn't working. Because at this stage of life, what you need isn't more pills. It's understanding how to make what you already take truly nourish your body instead of harming it. You've spent your whole life caring for others. Now, it's time to understand your own body, care for it wisely, and finally live fully again. Don't let small mistakes steal your energy, your sleep, or your peace of mind. Watch until the end, because one small change in how you take magnesium, vitamin D3, and K2 could be the turning point that keeps your heart strong, your mind clear, and your steps steady for the beautiful years still ahead. Every morning, you take your vitamins, one for your heart, one for your bones, one for your memory. You line them up neatly on the table, just like you've done for years. But deep down, you Most people believe that as long as they take magnesium, vitamin D3, and K2, they're covered. But what if that's not true? What if these nutrients only work when they are perfectly balanced, and when that balance is lost? They start to fail you, little by little, every single day. The truth is, they're like 3 gears inside a clock. If one spins too fast or too slow, the entire mechanism falters. Magnesium activates vitamin D3 so your body can actually use it. D3 helps you absorb calcium from food. And K2 acts as a guide, deciding where that calcium goes into your bones or into your arteries. But when one of these nutrients is missing or taken in the wrong dose, the system collapses. Calcium starts to wander off, settling where it shouldn't. That's when arteries harden, joints ache, your body feels heavier, and you begin to feel older than you truly are. Picture it like this. D3 is the sunlight, magnesium is the soil, and K2 is the gardener who directs where the roots grow. If the gardener doesn't show up, the fertilizer spreads everywhere, even into the cracks where weeds grow. That's exactly what happens inside your body when D3 is taken without enough K2 or magnesium. Those golden nutrients you trust so much can quietly turn into the very thing that harms you. So how do you get the balance right? It's actually simpler than most people think. Adults should aim for around 300 to 400 milligrams of magnesium per day, preferably in an easily absorbed form like magnesium glycinate. Don't take it all at once. Split it into 200 milligrams in the morning and 200 milligrams in the evenings also to help your body maintain steady levels. Pair it with vitamin D3 around 5,000 IU daily and vitamin K2 50 cells of 100 mcg, ideally in the MK7 form. Always take them with a meal containing healthy fats, like avocado or olive oil, because without fat, but your body can't properly absorb them. When you take them the right way, something remarkable happens. Your energy steadies, your sleep deepens, your heart rhythm calms, and your mind clears. It feels as if your body and soul finally find harmony again, as though every cell begins to understand each other once more. But even if you've mastered the right balance, there's still one silent mistake that could undo it all. It's right there on the label of the bottle you trust. That bold number printed on it may not mean what you think it does. And that misunderstanding is costing many people their health and their money without them even realizing it. Stay with me, because in the next part, you'll discover the truth behind those numbers, the detail almost everyone overlooks. Yet it determines whether your body grows stronger or weaker. If you're still watching and you found this information helpful so far, take a moment to let me know by commenting "I'm still here" below. It helps me understand that you're truly learning something valuable, and it encourages me to share even more of these life-changing health insights with you. You hold the supplement bottle in your hand, glance at the label, and feel reassured. It says clearly, magnesium glycinate 400 milligrams. You nod, thinking good. That's exactly the amount I need each day. But what if that number is deceiving you? What if the label you've trusted all this time isn't telling you the full truth? Most people never question it. The label looks professional. The brand name sounds trustworthy, and that doctor-recommended line feels comforting. But behind those neat numbers lies a harsh reality. You're not getting nearly as much as you think. When the label says 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate, that number doesn't refer to elemental magnesium, the part your body actually absorbs and uses. It represents the entire compound, including the glycine molecule attached to it. In reality, you might only be getting 60 to 90 milligrams of actual magnesium, while the rest is just compound weight. Imagine buying a loaf of bread, only to find that most of it is hollow inside just air. That's exactly what happens when you buy supplements without understanding what's really behind the label. You think you're taking the right dose, but your cells are still starving. Your blood pressure stays high, your muscles cramp at night, and your energy never returns, even though you take your vitamins faithfully every single day. And no, it's not your fault. This is the trap created intentionally or not by the supplement industry itself. And sadly, the ones who suffer most are older adults, those who rely on these pills to keep their hearts, bones, and minds healthy. Many brands know that you won't turn the bottle around to read the fine print. But if you did, you'd see it, written in tiny letters equivalent to 60 milligrams of elemental magnesium. So how can you protect yourself from being misled? It's simple. Always look for the words, elemental magnesium. That's what truly matters. And remember, it's physically impossible to fit 400 milligrams of pure magnesium into just 1 or 2 small capsules. If a brand claims that, it's probably hiding something. You have the power to choose better. Go for transparent brands, the ones that disclose their elemental content clearly and have third-party testing. Because if you're taking magnesium for your heart rhythm or blood pressure, underdosing won't just leave you tired, it can disturb your heartbeat, affect your sleep, fog your mind, and even heighten your anxiety. The irony is painful. Many people, when they don't see results, simply take more, one capsule, then two, then three, but more of the wrong thing won't help you. Without understanding what's truly inside, you're feeding your hope, not your health. So next time you hold a supplement bottle, ask yourself, am I reading the truth or just what they want me to believe? Because sometimes that one tiny line on the label is the difference between a product that heals you and one that slowly drains your strength. And even if you've chosen the right product, there's still one hidden mistake many people make, a simple habit that prevents your body from absorbing these nutrients at all. In the next part, you'll see why that habit is quietly stealing your health without you even realizing it. Have you ever taken your vitamin D3 or K2 in the morning, only to grab a dry piece of toast, drink a quick cup of coffee, and think, that's enough for today? If so, you're not alone. Millions of older adults do the exact same thing, believing that as long as they take their vitamins regularly, their bodies will absorb them properly. But the truth is, even if you've chosen the right supplement and the right dose, everything can still go to waste, simply because you took it the wrong way. Vitamin D3 and K2 are fat-soluble vitamins. That means without a bit of fat in your meal, your body can't absorb them at all. You could take 5,000 IU of D3 every morning, but if your stomach is empty, most of it will just pass through your system unused. It's like pouring water onto dry cement. Nothing soaks in. A woman named Linda, 67 years old, once shared her story. For 2 years, she took vitamin D3 faithfully every morning, just as her doctor advised. Yet when her levels were checked, her D3 remained surprisingly low. Only when her doctor asked when she was taking it did she realize she'd been taking it before breakfast. With one small change, taking it alongside a meal with eggs or a little butter, her results improved dramatically within just 3 months. That's because fat-soluble vitamins like D3 and K2 need dietary fat to be absorbed through the intestinal wall. If you take them on an empty stomach, your body has no vehicle to carry those nutrients into your bloodstream. Think of D3 and K2 as passengers waiting at a bus stop, and fat is the only bus that can take them to their destination. So what should you do? It's simple. Take your vitamin D3 and K2 with meals that include healthy fats like butter, olive oil, eggs, salmon sauté, or avocado. If you take D3 in the morning, just add a drizzle of olive oil to your toast or a few slices of avocado with your eggs. If you prefer taking it at lunch or dinner, take it with your main meal that includes fish, meat, or nuts. This small change might seem minor, but it can make a world of difference. When D3 and K2 are absorbed correctly, they begin to work in harmony with magnesium, supporting heart rhythm, strengthening bones, improving sleep, and even stabilizing your mood. You'll start to feel your body respond fewer cramps, less fatigue, and a greater sense of calm and clarity. But here's the part most people never expect. Even if you take everything the right way, your blood test results can still be misleading. Because here's a little-known truth. The amount of magnesium in your blood doesn't accurately reflect whether you're deficient or not. And that's exactly why so many people think they're fine when their bodies are slowly running out of one of the most vital minerals of all. Stay tuned in the next part. You'll learn why a normal blood test can still hide a serious magnesium deficiency and what truly helps you detect the warning signs before it's too late. Have you ever gone for a health check, looked at your lab results, and felt relieved when you saw the line that said, Magnesium normal? If so, you may have fallen into one of the biggest health misconceptions among older adults today, because unfortunately, a standard blood test cannot reveal the full truth about your magnesium levels. Most people believe that if the result says normal, everything is fine. But here's what few people realize: less than 1% of your body's total magnesium is found in your blood, while more than 99% is stored deep inside your bones, muscles, and cells. That means even if your blood magnesium looks normal, your body could still be running on empty. Your body is smart. It will do everything it can to keep your blood levels stable, even if it means pulling magnesium out of your bones, your muscles, or even your heart to make up the difference. It's like a family running out of money but still trying to appear fine by quietly selling off their most valuable possessions. You don't notice the loss until it's too late. That's why so many people continue to feel tired, restless, or anxious with cramps, poor sleep, or a racing heart even when their blood tests look perfectly normal. Their bodies are crying for help, but the test results are whispering, "You're fine." Magnesium is essential for more than 300 vital processes in the body, from regulating your heartbeat and blood pressure to supporting nerve signals and energy production. When your levels drop, chaos begins quietly inside you. You can't sleep well. Your muscles cramp. Your memory fades. Your focus slips. Your heart beats irregularly, and your mood becomes unstable. But because the test says normal, most people ignore these signs until their body finally breaks down. Part of the problem is that modern farming has stripped our soil of minerals, vegetables, grains, and legumes. Once rich natural sources of magnesium now contain nearly 50% less magnesium than they did 50 years ago. On top of that, coffee, alcohol, sugar, diuretics, and acid-reducing medications all cause your body to lose magnesium faster than it can replace it. If you've been feeling not quite like yourself lately, restless sleep, irritability, muscle fatigue, or unexplained tension, don't rely solely on test results. Listen to your body. It doesn't lie. The good news is that this can be reversed if you catch it in time. Restoring magnesium properly, in the right form and balance, with vitamin D3 and K2 can help you regain your energy, calm your nerves, and sleep peacefully again. But before you rush to take any supplement, you should know this: not all magnesium is created equal. Some forms can irritate your stomach, stress your kidneys, or simply pass through your body without being absorbed at all. In the next part, you'll discover the real difference and learn which types of magnesium truly work safely and effectively for adults over 60. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, take a moment to comment. I'm still here, so I know you're walking this path of understanding your health right alongside me. Many people believe that taking vitamin D3 daily is a great thing. They hear from doctors, read online, or see friends say D3 helps strengthen bones, support the heart, and lift the mood. So they take it every morning, sometimes 5,000 or even 10,000 IU, without realizing that taking D3 alone, without K2, could actually be silently harming their arteries and heart. Vitamin D3 does help your body absorb calcium, that part is true. But without vitamin K2, all that calcium has no idea where to go. It drifts aimlessly, often ending up in the wrong places, your arteries, joints, or kidneys instead of your bones. Over time, this can cause your blood vessels to harden, your blood pressure to rise, your legs to feel heavier, and your risk of stroke to creep upward, quietly and unnoticed. K2 is like the traffic officer for calcium, guiding it to the right destinations, your bones and teeth. When you take D3 without K2, it's like you've turned every light green for calcium but removed all the road signs. The result? Chaos. Over time, those misplaced calcium particles build up into hardened plaques that make your heart work harder than it should. So many seniors truly believe they're doing the right thing, when in fact, their well-intentioned supplement habit is slowly backfiring. One 72-year-old man shared that he'd been taking D3 for 3 years, faithfully, thinking it was keeping him healthy. But without K2, calcium started building up in his arteries. It wasn't until his doctor added K2 that his chest tightness and circulation began to improve. If you're currently taking D3, always remember to pair it with K2 in the right ratio, 1,000 IU of D3 for every 10 mcg of K2. For example, if you take 5,000 IU of D3, add about 50 mcg of K2, ideally in the MK7 form, since it stays longer in the body and directs calcium more effectively. This mistake is especially common among people over 60 because as we age, our bodies absorb calcium less efficiently but deposit it in the wrong places more easily. Without enough K2, you could be unknowingly speeding up arterial calcification, the very thing D3 was supposed to protect you from. What's worse, many people, after noticing weak bones, increase their D3 dose, not realizing that higher doses without balance just send more calcium to the wrong places faster. Remember this, supplementing isn't about taking more, it's about taking smart. Because even the best vitamin can become dangerous if it's taken without its natural partner. And yet, that's still not the biggest mistake most people make. In the next part, you'll discover how even those who choose the right product and the right dose can still go wrong simply by trusting the numbers printed on the bottle, without realizing that those numbers might be hiding the truth. Imagine starting your morning like any other day. You open the medicine cabinet, take a sip of water, and swallow your magnesium, D3 and K2 pills, believing you're doing the right thing for your health. You think, the more, the better. And as long as you take them consistently, everything will be fine. But what if that exact routine, the one you trust most, is actually the most dangerous mistake, silently throwing your body out of balance and making you weaker day by day? Magnesium, vitamin D3, and K2 are known as the power trio, the foundation for a strong heart, solid bones, and a sharp mind. But they only work their magic when the dosage and balance are precise. Even a small imbalance, too much D3, too little magnesium, or missing K2 can flip their benefits into harm. Magnesium is the activation key for vitamin D3. Without enough magnesium, your body can't convert D3 into its active form, meaning all that vitamin D you take every morning may be doing nothing. Meanwhile, D3 helps your body absorb calcium, but without K2, that calcium can end up in all the wrong places, your arteries, joints, or kidneys. Instead of building bone, it starts hardening your arteries, stiffening your joints, and weighing down your legs. K2 is the final director. It sends calcium exactly where it needs to go, into your bones and teeth. Without it, everything becomes chaotic. You might take all the right supplements, but still feel weaker, sleep poorly, experience joint pain, irregular heartbeats, and fading memory, all because of a subtle imbalance no one ever warned you about. Most people think that simply taking vitamins is enough. But the truth is, the wrong dose can backfire. For older adults, the ideal magnesium intake is about 300 to 400 milligrams per day, best divided into 2 doses, morning and evening, and ideally in the magnesium glycinate form, which is gentle on the stomach and easily absorbed. As for vitamin D3, Take it in the morning with a meal that includes healthy fats like eggs, butter, or olive oil in a 5,000 IU D3 to 50 mcg K2 ratio 1010. This ensures calcium goes where it should, into your bones, not your arteries. It's a small adjustment, but the difference is massive. When these three nutrients work in harmony, you'll feel your body come back to life, sleep deeper, think clearer, move easier, and feel your heartbeat calm down. But if you ignore that balance, all your efforts will go to waste, or worse, your body will begin to show signs you mistake for just aging fatigue, heavy legs, mental fog, restless nights. That's why the secret isn't about taking more, it's about taking right. Your body isn't failing, it's simply waiting to be restored to balance. And that's exactly what this video is here to help you do, to understand clearly, to rebalance your health, and to let your heart, mind, and bones grow strong again, not temporarily, but for good. Do you realize something after watching today's video? It's not that your body is getting weaker, it's that it's asking to be brought back into balance. Magnesium, vitamin D3, and K2, they may seem simple, but together they are the keys to keeping your heart steady, your bones strong, your mind clear, and your sleep deep again. But what truly matters isn't how many pills you take. It's understanding how to make them work together in harmony. I know that at this age, many of us fear the feeling of slowing down, the fading memory, the restless nights, the body that just doesn't feel the same anymore. But trust me, you can still change that. It starts with the smallest steps, the right kind of magnesium, the right dose of D3, and just enough K2 to make everything fall into place. Slowly, your body will begin to wake up again lighter, steadier, and more alive each day. If you found today's video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe right now. Your support helps us share real, science-based health knowledge with more seniors, people just like you who are quietly searching for answers and hope. And before you go, let me ask you one thing. Of the three nutrients we talked about today, which one do you think you're most deficient in? Magnesium, D3, or K2? Leave your answer in the comments below, because your story might just help someone else find their balance again. See you in the next video, where we'll continue this journey to stay strong, stay sharp, and live happier every single day.